What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Chandie Speaks podcast. It's your girl, Chandie. I'm back another week recording live from beautiful Sedona, Arizona. I'm just going to let you know right now, I did not get a new laptop. Okay, I'm recording this from these janky-ass microphones right now, so I do apologize about the quality of this episode, but I tried to follow a friend's advice. A couple people told me that I shouldn't buy a new computer. I don't know what it was. Like, one friend told me I should take this computer in to a shop, to like a Geek Squad, but not really like a Geek Squad because they're expensive and shit, but like a local computer place. My other friend told me that I should wait to buy a new laptop because Mercury's in micro braids right now, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. I guess it's not a good time to buy computers right now. So yeah, I should have just bought my damn computer last week when I said I wanted to. I know you guys are tired. The whole month of June has been just me recording like I'm in the basement somewhere. Hopefully the sound doesn't sound too bad. Like it is what it is. So what I did was I went to the computer shop here in Sedona. There's like a few of them around, but their hours are all weird. This one particular shop I went to, they're closed on weekends and their business hours are 12 to 4. But on Google it says it's 10 to 4. And so I sat at this fucking PC repair shop for like an hour in my van waiting for them to open, just to find out that they don't open for another 2 hours. So I'm kind of over it right now. I'm kind of really over it. I'm sitting directly across the street from them right now in the Whole Foods parking lot, y'all, recording this podcast. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming back. But that's my current situation. I'm looking at this 12, 13-year-old laptop that, I've had for so fucking long, and I can't even use it. It's like tweaking out on me. I got to get a whole new laptop. So I almost drove all the way out to Cottonwood right when I found out that they weren't even going to be open for another 2 hours. I was like, I should just drive out to fucking Cottonwood right now. It's a 20-minute drive. But, had I known 3 hours ago that your business hours are not, it's not 10 o'clock, it's 12 o'clock, maybe I would have already drove out to Cottonwood, to the Walmart and got a new laptop, or the Best Buy or somewhere and got a new laptop, instead of dealing with now. Like, it's rush hour. There's no way I'm about to be driving in this traffic. You guys know. All right. Well, that was basically my intro. It sounds like so far so good. This may be like another episode. Most likely it'll be another episode where I'll have to stop recording and then like add in the other recording and be like a clip episode. I don't know how long these microphones last. They're theoretically they're working right now. They're working well. My van is running. I don't know if you can hear that my van is actually running and my AC is blowing. So, it's making it a little bearable in my van right now. But I don't know if the microphone is picking that up. But they're fully charged. Theoretically, they're fully charged. So I should be able to fucking record. As a content creator, like, these are obviously content creator microphones. I should be able to have at least an hour's worth of time on these microphones before it starts glitching out on me. I've just not had the greatest luck this month. June, not even June, like May. All of my episodes in May have been just this. I don't know, maybe it's because Mercury's in micro braids. I don't know what any of that shit means. My friend's like into astrology, so she told me, yeah, don't get a new computer right now. I told her, I'm like, I'm gonna give it a week. They have until Monday. They have until the next podcast. I'm not doing this all summer. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. Okay, so anyway, what else did I want to get into? So I took a whole bunch of notes this week. I decided that I wanted to come somewhat prepared for something, regardless of the sound quality of these microphones. It's been a hot one. It's been hot as hell. What day is it? Today is Tuesday, June 16th, so this will be for Wednesday, June 17th. We're almost at the summer solstice. What's going on? What happened this week? It's been a weird week. Okay, I think I'll just go down my notes and just read what I have. I guess I took a lot of screenshots. What kind of happened this week? My friend. Okay, so my friend who was also on a few episodes back, Sherry. Shout out to Sherry Ben. She just got back into town, so we uh like a couple weeks ago. This was actually a couple weeks ago when I went to the bar. I went to the bar, and this isn't even really an interesting story. I'm just trying to find a good segue into why I took this note. The note that I took says bartenders kind of whore themselves out. I don't know. I guess maybe I can cover this topic for a few minutes because that was the last time I went to the bar. It was with her a couple weeks ago on Taco Tuesday, and yeah, it just seems like that's kind of what bartenders do, is whore themselves out for tips. And I would hate to. I'm just grateful that I don't work in that kind of industry. Same thing with servers. Anyone in that industry who works for tips are kind of whoring themselves out for tips. They're being extra nice. They're agreeing with everything you're saying, and some people take it seriously. But I know, like, you're just doing your job. But it is kind of disingenuous to me sometimes. I'm like, I don't know. I think that's all I really wanted to say about it. What was my screenshot? Okay, apparently I took a screenshot about it. Hold on. Or chat box. The phenomenon of bartenders. I'm gonna just read this because it's filling in space. Sorry if it's boring. The phenomenon of bartenders whoring themselves out for tips often refers to the practice where bartenders engage in flirtatious or suggestive behavior to increase their tips. This behavior can be understood through historical, social, and economic lenses. So, and then it breaks down the different lenses that I'm going to read through. Historical context, the origins of tipping. The practice of tipping has roots in Europe, particularly in France during the 17th century. It evolved as a way for patrons to reward good service, but over time it became a standard expectation in many service industries, including bartending. You guys already know how I feel about tipping. I'm against tipping, although I'm like socially bullied into tipping. I tip every time. Most times. I tip like 85% of the time when I go places because, yeah, I'm looked at weird, or, my food doesn't come out as great. And it sucks that that's the kind of society we live in. It's the kind of world we live in right now, at least here in America. I don't know how it is all over the world. Number two, Prohibition era. During the Prohibition in the United States, 1920 to 1933, bars and speakeasies flourished, and the bartending profession began to attract a more diverse clientele. Bartenders often relied on tips to supplement their income, as wages were typically low, which sucks. It really fucking sucks. You guys already know. I've already ranted about the tipping thing so many times. Cultural shifts. In the 20th century, cultural shifts towards more liberal attitudes about sexuality and gender roles began to influence social interactions in bars. Bartenders, particularly women, might adopt more flirtatious behavior as a strategy to enhance customer engagement to increase tips. I knew it, of course. I mean, that's just what it is. Women I know get crazy tips as bartenders just for being the girl who's making the drink. I could never work in a place like that. No shade. I guess I am throwing a little shade. I guess live your life, but it's just not me, not for me. And then it goes into social dynamics, gender roles. Female bartenders often face social pressures and expectations to be more accommodating and flirtatious compared to their male counterparts. This dynamic can result in a perception that women must perform to earn tips, leading to the idea of whoring out for gratuities. And that actually kind of reminds me of this thing that came across my feed. One of these, I forgot what feed, probably somewhere on Instagram. And I don't know. You guys have probably seen this before. I don't know how popular it is. You guys know I'm old. I'm an old head, so and also I deliberately avoid like keeping up with trends and the news. Such a hipster. But something came across my feed like a couple times within the last few weeks, and it's this girl who's like, I guess they're called cart girls or something. Okay, the best way I can describe it, just in layman's term, is just like a golf prostitute, a golf cart, a girl that goes around and just being over the top, extra friendly. This part I'm really not judging. Like that's literally a business, but the fact that it is a business is the part that's kind of creepy to me, because the men, like, they pour money at this woman who, I don't know what she actually does. I think she drives around in the cart on the green. I'm not a golfer, I don't know the terms. And something with exchanging some kind of service for money. I don't know what it is. Obviously, it's not sexual. It's all legit. I think she's hired by the country club or whatever, the golf people who own the fucking golf cart. I don't know anything about the culture or the lifestyle of that. But she seems to be a natural. She seems to be like really enjoying herself and everyone loves it. And it's just like, it was weird to me. I'm like, oh, this is a need? How long has this been a need? I didn't know about it. This is like a whole different world. She looks like she makes plenty of money. Honestly, I should shout her out, because I'm really not throwing her shade. It's a hustle. It's just weird to me that it's a hustle. It's just weird to me that, and the men are just pouring money at this. These are rich men, very, very rich men who are pouring money at her. And she's like talking to them like flirtatious and, you know, basically working for tips, but she's making really good tips. I don't know why. Yeah, that maybe that's, yeah, anyone who is in that industry where they work for tips. I mean, some women have an easy time with it. She's pretty, you know, she has a great smile. Some women have a very easy time with it. And I guess I can get like, yeah, to some people it could be considered whoring yourselves out, but the other side, it's like, hey, she's obviously enjoying herself. She's a natural, what would it be? People person, or charismatic, naturally charismatic. I'm just not like that, I guess. So I guess I am kind of hating. I'm not even hating. I'm just kind of being a little judgmental. I can feel it. I'm like, okay, get your money, boo boo. Let me read on. Social dynamics. We went into the gender roles. Customer expectations. Many patrons have preconceived notions about how bartenders should behave. Some customers may expect a level of flirtation or personal attention, which can pressure bartenders to modify their behavior to meet these expectations. And then the work environment. The social atmosphere of bars and clubs can encourage certain types of behavior in highly competitive environments. Bartenders might feel compelled to adopt a more provocative persona to attract attention and boost their earnings. Yeah, it's all whoring yourself out. No matter which way you want to cut it. Get your money, but yeah, let's just call a spade a spade. Is that all I had on that? Economic factors, the low base salaries. It's fucked up. Bartenders often earn a low hourly wage, making tips a crucial part of their income. This financial pressure can lead them to adopt strategies that may involve flirtation or suggestive behavior to increase their earnings. And competition. In busy or trendy bar scenes, bartenders may compete for customer attention. Those who engage in more charismatic or flirtatious interactions may stand out and earn more in tips. This is all like duh, right? Okay, let's read the consequences. Objectification. This practice can lead to objectification of bartenders, particularly women, reducing their roles to mere sources of entertainment rather than skilled professionals. And I get that. But some women feed into it, you know, like that's just like the golf cart girl. Like, she knows that they view her as an object, and she talks to them like an object. She knows that they view her as, you know, someone who's just pretty, you know, they just objectify her. And so, yeah, if she can exploit people for that, then by all means. Men do it too, but it's really mostly women as far as the objectification. Workplace culture. What does it say about workplace culture? The normalization of this behavior can create a workplace culture where professionalism is compromised in favor of earning tips, leading to uncomfortable situations for both bartenders and patrons. Yeah, I don't like going to a bar where everyone's whoring themselves out. Like, I don't want all my bartenders to be hot. Call me old fashioned, call me old school. I don't want all my bartenders to be hot. I need to have at least one old guy and one old lady who's been there forever, who just like won't take shit, who just makes your fucking drink, and she's not trying to wow you. And they probably make bank too, because they're not with all the razzle dazzle. They're just there to give you your fucking drink. I mean, sometimes it's okay, razzle me, dazzle me, but yeah, I don't want all the bartenders to be hot. Give me like a nice mix. Give me like the hot bartender. Okay. I need one hot bartender. If you have two hot bartenders behind the bar, that's too much. I need one hot straight bartender and one hot gay bartender, gay man or female, but we can't have more than one gay. I don't want more than one gay bartender. I don't want more than one hot man who's a straight guy behind the bartender. I don't know. I sound like an alcoholic right now. But everyone, if you know, you know. Okay, and then you got to have your old guy or old girl, your old prospector bartender, or your old, like, the old lady who has like a raspy voice because she's been smoking cigarettes for so long. Like she's seen some shit, like she's been at that bar forever, right? Since they opened. Okay, and I think that's it. You got the hot straight guy, the hot gay, lesbian or gay guy, the old man or old woman, and then you got your wild card in there, probably like either a hot black bartender or like just that weird one, that weird wild card one. I don't fucking know. We don't need too many hot bartenders. I don't. It feels like I'm in a strip club when I'm just trying to go get a drink. I'm not trying to deal with hoary bartenders. Anyway, I think I've beat that horse a lot. Are we done with that topic? I think that was fun, right? Kinda. It says the behavior of bartenders engaging in flirtation for tips is a multifaceted issue influenced by historical practices of tipping, social dynamics regarding gender and expectations, and economic pressures. I like how AI just automatically assumed that I was talking about women, but I was actually mostly talking about the men. I don't really see that many hot women bartenders, at least in Sedona, at least not around here. I don't know. I don't see them that often during the times that I go. They're usually there during prime time hours, and I'm hardly at a bar during prime time hours. So I was mostly talking about the men but AI just automatically assumed that I was talking about the women, and hey, we learned something, right? We learned something new. I've been seeing a lot of stuff online about how the internet is dead now because there's no one real. Like everyone's using AI. Either everyone is using AI or AI itself, like bots. I don't even know what is actually a bot. And from what I can understand, I think a bot is like just like a computer program that is acting as a person. Let's call it an NPC. But then you have the people who only thing they post is like from AI, and that's weird. Like just right now, you guys can tell that I don't have a script in front of me. You're not going to hear anyone else say what I'm saying unless I'm reading from something that AI had wrote, like that last thing I read. But I was scrolling through TikTok for some damned reason again, and I came across this thing. I guess they're calling it the dead internet, where everyone's basically reading the same script. I don't know if these are actual people or if they're AI generated people, but I honestly, I'm at the age, like, I'll admit it, like, I can't hardly tell the difference sometimes. And you see this one video, like, okay, I know you guys have probably heard it. If you're on TikTok, or if you whatever, just look this up. This is like a general example of what I'm talking about. But there's this woman who's walking into the ocean with two fish in her hand. I don't actually remember it because, yeah, I don't use AI to make scripts or anything, and this is literally just me mumble jabbering in my van. But basically, the gist of the video was this woman, I forgot what country she was from, like maybe, let's say, South America or something, and she had like two fish in her hand, and she was walking into the ocean. I'm pretty sure that's like, I'm paraphrasing the whole video, but the script that was said in the first video with the clip of that woman walking into the ocean with a fish in her hand, there was like multiple other clips of other people reciting the exact same script. So for me, I'm like, okay, what if these are real people? How do they come across getting the same script for the same story? Okay, what I think actually happened is like maybe a bot or some kind of computer generated program made a script for this story and made like 4 different versions of it. I don't know how that, I feel like the computer would know better than to make the same video in 4 different versions. In this day and age, we're going to figure it out, right? Maybe it was made just one time and then it was copied by humans over and over. But with the exact same script, though, like, how did we get the exact same script? How did the story even come about, like, in the rotation? How are we even talking about this in the first place? So yeah, I know I sound like a hippy dippy woo woo, but it sounds like, yeah, the stories that are being put out, at least from my perspective, I don't even know where they're coming from. I don't know how to question where they're coming from, because you can't even Google things anymore. It feels like the way you used to be able to. I don't know. Google used to be like definitive, like you had like the right, they gave you the right ways to get to the right answer. Now it's like, now Google is like fixed on whatever narrative that this program has put it under. I sound so fucking crazy. I don't even care. I'm just going right now. But yeah, I can't even Google things to verify information anymore, because the narrative is already out there. Rather it was like organic or computer generated, it's already fucking out there, so it circulates. So it's now I have to word the way that I search things in a way where I kind of trick Google a little bit to telling me the truth, or I have to like do some investigative, like I have to like piece together like 5 different fucking stories just so I can find the truth. And it's all just talking about it right now. I'm tired. I just rather not know. I'd rather not know. It's not the story itself. Like, okay, maybe it is. Why are they pushing this story? And then how is this story being pushed? And that's like all across the board. Every story that I hear, every shit. And okay, so yeah, this dead internet theory is like, okay, we don't even know who's real and who's not online. Who's real and who's not real online anymore. I know I'm real. I don't know if that's relative or not. I feel like I'm real right here and forever. I feel like I'm timeless, baby. But I'll go into these posts and I feel like I'll be listening to a post and I'm like, this feels scripted. I mean, where do we get to that point where we can't actually just put some words together and some original thoughts together and I don't know. I really don't know. I sound like a fucking old ass millennial, and I don't care, because I feel like we're getting to the point where we don't even care about what we're saying. We're just here for the validation, the likes, the instant gratification of someone else hearing us say something that sounds intelligent or cutting edge or trendy or something. Like, everyone just wants to sound like they're smart. I don't think many people are that smart. And that now AI is making it easier for dumb motherfuckers to sound smart. and we don't know who's real and who's not real anymore. Apparently, the majority of people who are online are women. Women spend, I have actually statistical receipts for this. Women spend way more time online than men. Okay. So in a way, women kind of control the whole narrative of everything that you see online, for the most part. I feel like, where did I fucking have my notes for that? Of course, I went and asked AI for specifics, because I can't really get specifics on Google. But then again, like, I'm always trying to consider the source. But just saying it out loud right now without reading the statistical evidence or what have you, it sounds like it's pretty much dead on. Men don't spend nearly as much time online than women do. So therefore, like, if you post something, most likely a woman's gonna see it. And if she likes it, then that message will go far. If she doesn't like it, that message won't go far. Women kind of control how far your shit's gonna go online, because they spend the most time online. It's like a hive of a fucking place for women. The internet is like, probably just like how porn kind of ruined men. I think the internet in general kind of ruined women. Don't get me wrong, porn and the internet definitely ruined both men and women, but I just think it's at different levels, because it's just too much. It's too much freedom. I think too much of the floor Too much, like, some people don't really deserve the floor sometimes, not all the time. Some people just need to just be told to shut the fuck up, get off the internet, or just shut the fuck up if you're gonna be here. Not everyone deserves a voice. Sometimes people are saying shit like right now. No one's probably gonna listen to this shit. I know I'm speaking some real shit though. And if a woman online, most likely, if she's on some real shit too, then this episode will do well. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm going to read what the chat box told me. Time spent online, increased engagement. Studies have shown that women tend to spend more time on social media platforms and engage more deeply with content compared to men. This increased engagement can influence the types of narratives that gain traction online. Platform performances. So women often prefer platforms that promote community and connection, which is natural. That's just what we do. That's just what we do. And that, you know what, I'm totally going off on another tangent, but that reminds me of something else that I saw this week about how women are actually, when you think about it, women are actually the ones that are the providers and the protectors, because naturally that's what we do. Naturally, we provide and we protect for our community. We nurture, we bring life. Men only provide and protect for something that benefits them. They're not naturally built to provide and protect, because if they're naturally built to provide and protect, then we wouldn't have dangerous men. They can't be the rapists and the protectors from the rapists. Like, men protect each other, protect women from other men if they care about that woman. Whereas women, they protect naturally just because they are the natural protectors and providers. I just thought that was a nice little fun little tidbit there. But platform performances, as far as this women pushing the narrative thing, women often prefer platforms that promote community and connection, such as Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook, which can lead to the creation and dissemination of narratives that resonate with their experiences and interests. Then there's content creation and sharing. Women like storytelling. Women like telling stories more than men do, for sure. So the internet is a great place for them. Women often excel in storytelling, using platforms to share personal experiences, challenges, and successes. This storytelling can shape narratives around various issues, including social justice, health, and personal empowerment. And then there's influencer culture. The rise of female influencers has created a significant impact on online narratives. Influencers can shape perceptions and trends, promoting products, ideas, and lifestyles that reflect women's perspectives and values. And then it goes on to social movements, the advocacy and activism. Women have been at the forefront of many social movements, using online platforms to organize, advocate, and raise awareness about issues such as gender equality, body positivity, and mental health. This activism can shift public discourse and influence societal norms. And then there's hashtags and campaigns, and it goes on. So yeah, I firmly believe that women really do kind of run the world a little bit. The bots that come in, I don't know the purpose of the bots. I don't know how they're definitely they're not organic, or maybe they could be. Maybe they're man-made. I don't know, but I feel like they come in these posts, these very scripted posts, and they're made for us to think a certain way. And if women spend the most time online, then these bots are there to make women feel a certain way, so that they can shift whatever needs to be shifted in the fucking world or the country. Hippy dippy woo woo bitch here, but I'm just saying. There's online communities. So support networks. Women often create and participate in online communities that provide support and share resources. They're really good at that. We're really good at that. These spaces can foster empowerment and influence wider narratives about women's issues, mental health, and career development. Collaborative content. Women frequently collaborate on content creation, amplifying each other's voices and experiences. This collaboration can lead to more diverse and nuanced narrative landscape. Then there's, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Women are all about the community. If we really want to, I feel like we can really fucking shift up the whole fucking world. I don't know, the system that we're a part of right now seems to really push us not really being in solidarity, and I think that's the issue. It's a very, we're like deep in this patriarchal system, and 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 we just kind of, I feel like we just need to be shifted, like the pendulum just needs to shift back to the middle. And I don't know who needs to come in harder or who needs to not come in as hard, but we're definitely on one deep part of the patriarchal spectrum that it's causing a lot of problems in the world, I think. I don't know. I don't know much. I don't watch the news. I sound like I'm really ignorant. Or am I? I don't know. Am I? Challenges and critiques. I'm going to just read this and that'll be the end of this topic. Misrepresentation and backlash. So, despite their significant online presence, women still face challenges including misrepresentation, trolling, and backlash for their narratives. This can sometimes undermine their influence. Intersectionality. The narrative control is not uniform among all women. Factors such as race, socioeconomic status, and sexual orientation can influence the ability to shape narratives, leading to a need for more inclusive representation. Which makes sense. I don't think there are any two women that are the same. So that was that. I'm going to stop recording right now. It's been a half hour, and then I'm just going to check the quality on it and then pick it back up from there. So there is I think the biggest news for the last week. Let me see if I can click this link without it stopping the recording. Hold on. Okay, it's still doing it. So, yeah, one of the big news for me, because I work in the hospitality industry. You guys know I work at a bed and breakfast in the daytime, and then I also do night auditing at one of these fancy dancy hotels in beautiful Sedona, Arizona. Literally, I live inside of a postcard. It's unreal. So fucking gorgeous. So I live in a tourist town. It's funny to hear. I'm sort of accepting like what Sedona is. I'm coming to accept it this time around. I've been to Sedona a few times in the past few years, but this time I'm actually been trying to like plant my roots and just really immerse myself in the full Sedona. And yeah, there's no actual Sedonian culture here. There is, but it's not like it's hijacked. I think that the culture itself is hijacked, but that's a different discussion. Just what it is a tourist town. When I hear people say, oh, our town's being outrun by tourists, I just think that's funny because the town is run by tourists. If all the tourists never came back to Sedona, we would be struggling as a town. We'd be struggling. The town has national parks around. I forget which national parks specifically. Maybe I should know this, but there's a lot. There's a lot of places to hike. There's a lot of parks, national parks, camping. It's absolutely gorgeous. Super expensive, but it's run by tourism. So I get it, There's more tourists here than there are people who live in Sedona. So it is what it is. But being in the hospitality industry, especially the accommodation part, the hotels and the bed and breakfast, I learned about there's something that's going on. I don't have enough information about it. I have one link that I'm about to read from, but I don't have enough information about it. But from what I'm gathering, there's like so much shit that's going on in the Middle East or over in Gaza over there that it's like affecting the international traveling to America. And it's all starting to, at least from where I'm standing, it's all starting to like trickle down to the little guys here. So the big news, I don't know how old it was. Let me see. This link is from May 1st, 2026, and the website is sfgate.com. The article headline says, the international visitor fee has National Park Gateway business owners in distress. That's what it was. So basically, I'm going to read the article, but just to summarize, they're charging people who are international travelers. If you are not United States citizen, a citizen of the United States, if you're traveling in from any other country, if you're an international traveler coming into the United States, they're charging those people way more, ridiculously more, to access the national parks, which is big. We've actually had a little, for Sedona, one of the most beautiful places in America. We get people traveling here from all over the world. I know I've noticed in the last couple weeks that I've noticed a drop just in our tourism. Granted, we are going sort of into our slower season in the summer, but it was an abrupt drop off for tourism. And my owner at the bed and breakfast had told me that it's actually significantly lower than the average. Like, usually there's a drop off around this time because they're going into their wave of slow season, but this was like more than usual. And I'm thinking maybe this has something to do with it, how they're charging people more to go to the national parks. So I'm gonna read this. It says, earlier this week. So this article was from May 1st. So obviously it was probably like earlier this week was like the first week or the last week of April, first week of May. Earlier this week, the Department of the Interior pointed to a 2.4 million bump in national park pass sales as evidence that its new fees for international visitors are boosting revenue. That's wild. That's wild. Did we even really need to boost revenue for our national parks? And if we did, like, yeah, the fact that they're specifically only charging the international travelers that much more, I don't know how I feel about it. I know for me, like, it's been hurting business owners around town, and it'll trickle down to even the smaller guys, like the servers and stuff, because we rely on tourism. And if a lot of international travelers are not coming here, then that's a lot of our tourism. A lot of our income kind of just gone, or volatile. Let me see. So yeah, there was a $2.4 million bump in national park pass sales as evidence that its new fees for international visitors are boosting revenue. But as international bookings decline in gateway towns and tour operators navigate the new fees with little guidance, tourism experts say that they are beginning to question President Donald Trump's decision to charge foreigners more to enter national parks. Under the new policy rolled out at the start of the year, international visitors now pay $250. Wow. $250 for an annual America and Beautiful pass, compared with $80 for U.S. residents. That's insane. That's over twice as much. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. So where's all this extra revenue going? Where are we? See, they're like, oh, we're missing money here. They're like, oh, this is the national park dollar. That's a good dollar, big dollar. Let's get up on these international travelers there, just because. I feel like Donald Trump is just like the biggest, like, nana. He's like some baby, like a bully almost. I don't know. Like, this is crazy. $250 to $80 is kind of wild. That would definitely deter me from fucking travel. I'm like, I guess I'm not going to that national park. I guess I'm not going there. Wow. At 11 of the country's busiest parks, they face a $100 entry surcharge without an annual pass, which is insane. Just to get into one park, it's $100 if you're an international traveler. I know this is like a month old, but this is new to me. It's finally like affecting me right now because, yeah, business was just really slow. So now I gotta, like, when you work those jobs, you gotta find stuff to do. Like, I'm still getting my hours, but I'm like, oh God, now I gotta find stuff to do instead of just doing my job, because we don't have the business right now. It's been all around Sedona these last couple weeks. In a recent Fox News exclusive, DOI official said park pass sales hit 16.7 million in the first 3 months of 2026. I don't know how my sound quality is. I'm probably yelling into the microphone right now. Sorry. Up from $14.3 million during the same period last year, with more than $2 million attributed to higher fees charged to foreign visitors. So this has been going on for a minute. The National Park Service and Interior Department did not respond to SF Gates' request to confirm the figures cited in the Fox report or provide additional information on pass sales. but data obtained by SF-Gate through a Freedom of Information Act request shows that in January, at least 3,177 international passes were sold through National Park Service cash registers, generating $790,225 just in the month of January. The majority of those passes were sold at Grand Canyon National Park, followed by Yosemite and Zion. So yeah, I live pretty close. Relatively, I live pretty close to the Grand Canyon. So yeah, it's people travel here from all over the world. I didn't realize it was that many. In January, they made $790,000 just off international travelers. I mean, in a way, yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm kind of okay with it as long as the money is going to a good place. If this can help us bring down like a debt, like this is like, if this was just like a blind spot that we didn't see, like, hey, how can we bring down this imaginary debt? I don't even know if I don't really believe in this bullshit, but let's just say I'm believing in the bullshit. Oh, we got to bring the deficit down and the debt, national debt. Okay, like whatever. Let's just say that's a real thing, and this can go towards that. And I'm like, maybe we missed a blind spot on some of these other places, because that's quite a bit of money just for 1 month. That could help get us out of, quote, debt. I don't know, over time. Depends on where the money's going to. I don't know. But I feel like it's partially to help, bring down the national debt and help, upkeep the parks. And it's partially so he can just be like, ha, I got him. So he can be like, got him to any international travelers. Like, and I wonder how that's going to affect me going out of the fucking country. As an American, going to these countries where they're like, well, if we go to your hometown, if we go to your home country, we get like crazy tax and surcharges and almost like we're not even welcome there. Or it's just, the price like doubled, over doubled. So I don't know how that would be for me as someone who travels out of the country as an American. Now that this is in place, it's wild. It's fucking wild. It says international travelers also bought 2,487 America the Beautiful passes through recreation.gov for an estimated $621,750 through an official sales figure, though an official sales figure was not provided. While these numbers show that at least some international visitors are willing to pay an upcharge, tourism industry leaders say the profits may only be temporary and must be weighed against drawbacks. Whatever the fuck that means. I think that's basically... Oh, there's a lot more, but I'm not going to read it. We just had the anniversary of that, the 59th anniversary of legalized interracial marriage in the United States. That was June 12th. So today is what? I think it's the 16th. Yes, the 16th today. So this was like last Wednesday. Which I had no idea that, forgot. I think I have screenshots on that. Something like 59 years ago, they legalized interracial marriage. I think I already knew that because I used to be in an interracial marriage. I think I knew that, but I forgot that. I don't know why I care to discuss it right now, though. I don't really know, but I'm gonna just read some facts for those who didn't know. But it's kind of crazy that was only 59 years ago. Next year will be 60 years. Interracial marriage was legalized in all 50 states on June 12, 1967, with the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in Loving v. Virginia that state anti-miscegenation, oh my god, laws were unconstitutional, while many northern states never had such laws or repealed them early. Yeah, it wasn't every state, but the ones that held out for the longest, get this. Would you guys, could you even guess? They were all southerner states, alright? They were all the southern states. They held out for as long as they could. They're like, we can't be mixing these races. They held out for as long, and that's when they put the whole ban on it all. They're like, all right, you guys. Like, it wasn't a big deal until you guys made it a big deal. Bless their hearts. While many northern states never had such laws or repealed them early, many southern and western states banned interracial marriage until this 1967 ruling. Then it gives you a list of all the states. But yeah, pretty much, I think it was like 14 states repealed their bans. 14 states were holding out. What else did I want to talk to? I think I'm almost over this podcast because it is getting a little hot. I gotta get some food. I gotta go to work later. Probably get a nap in. I don't know if I'm about to go give this PC store another shot. It'll be my third time because I got there at 7 in the morning. And then I thought they opened at 9, but Google said they opened at 10. So I was like, okay, fine. Let me go to the gym, go take a shower. Came back by 10 o'clock. Then they said that they don't, I called and the phone said they didn't, on the answering machine, they didn't open till 12. So this will be my third time if I go back and I give them another shot. But they have great reviews. So there is that. I might go there after this recording. Okay, I started my car again, so hopefully sounds all right. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is get into this TikTok post, and then we're going to get into my follow-up review. I don't actually have enough information for this TikTok post that I made. Like, if I have any, like, evidence to back this up. It's just one of those things that sounded nice. I don't know if it's, like, statistically true or not. It sounded nice. So I posted it on the TikTok, and then I walked away. If you're not already following me on TikTok, go ahead. Chandie Speaks. It's Chandie Speaks everywhere. It's Chandie Speaks on TikTok. Chandie Speaks on Instagram. Chandie Speaks on YouTube. Chandie Speaks on Spotify. Facebook, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. So this post, what did I say? I said, a woman will fake sex for a relationship, and a man will fake a relationship for sex. How many views did I get? I got like 500 views or something. 35 likes. I posted this like almost a week ago, like 4 or 5 days ago. It sounds nice, right? I don't know if it's like scientifically true, but it sounds like about right that women will fake sex to be in a relationship. It sounds counterproductive either way you cut it. So the woman is faking sex to be in the relationship, and the man is faking the relationship so he can have sex, but the sex is being faked anyway. So if he's faking the relationship and she's faking the sex, then y'all literally are founded on just being fake. But that's pretty much everywhere. It sounds like, through my experience from where I'm standing, it feels like that's pretty much how it goes. I don't think men really want relationships, and I don't really think women really like sex all that much, unless it's with someone that they really, really love. I saw this one girl made a post saying that sex doesn't feel good, or like a dick doesn't feel good, but having sex with someone is what makes it feel good. Like, I think sex without the emotion is just, it doesn't feel good. At least from a woman's perspective, or maybe from how the way that girl was explaining it on that one reel. I should have saved it. But yeah, that was the post. I'm going to read these comments and then pretty much get on out of here. It's a public post, so you can go check it out. Angel writes, pretty sure I'm experiencing that right now. I don't know what she means by that. Is she experiencing faking sex so she can get into a relationship? That's just, really brave of you to admit. Bless your heart. Or are you experiencing someone faking a relationship just so they can have sex with you? Either way you cut it, it's not good. It's not good. So, bless her heart. Derek's Detailing writes, we all fake. There might be some truth in that. I don't know. Trina writes, sometimes I fake it, sometimes I don't. IDK. Why men act like, I don't know why men act like they care when it's fake. Like, hello, porn is fake, and they don't care. I guarantee you my man would rather I faked it than didn't do it at all. She might have a point there. And then Kenna responds to her comment saying, yeah, I'm never faking it. If you don't get me there, you don't get me there. But we're also not going to sit there the entire night while you continue to fail at it. Okay, I think this is a guy responding to that comment. First guy to comment. As a reply, he writes, it's a yippee yip 333999. He writes, no, he would not. Men would rather know they need to improve than have an illusion of something they are not. Not communicating about your lack of sexual pleasure leads to a broken relationship full of resentment. Also, it's just the adult thing to do. Communication is key to a healthy and happy relationship. If you communicate and work as a team to fix it, maybe you'd actually enjoy sex. Way to mansplain there, buddy. Okay, next comment. Amber Page, the pole slayer. The fuck? What kind of name is that? She writes, how do women fake sex exactly? Okay, bless your heart. This is obviously not the conversation for you. Saturn writes, women will fake a relationship too. Women will fake a relationship too. There's always one. We found the one who's always saying, oh, not all women. Not all men. Fuck out of here. Honor writes, misandrous type post. And I don't know. I was a little triggered by that because I'm not meaning it to sound misandrous. I don't hate men. I love men. I love men so much that I want better for them. I want better for women. I'd rather not fuck with them if they're not to the best that they can be. Really. So I'm not a misandrous, but that's what they wrote. Misandrous type post. And then 𝙬𝙤𝙢𝙀𝙀 responded to them saying, cry. Which is not the answer. But Poppy responded to her saying, misandry is just you getting uncomfortable about poor male behavior. Some of that behavior gets us raped and killed. And then Lauren says, is it not true? All these comments were hidden comments. The only comment that showed up was like the very first one, saying that she's experiencing it right now. But all those other comments were hidden comments. Whatever. All right. So let's get into the Fall Off Weekly Review. If you're not a J. Cole fan or a hip-hop fan in general, this is the end of the podcast. Thanks for listening. I gotta get some food. I might go fucking take my laptop over to this janky-ass PC shop. I don't know. Yo, I am super late, per usual. I am super late to the conversation. I'm about almost a year late. Apparently, like, when did Kanye West make... Oh my god, do I even want to talk about this? I'm just going to briefly cover it because everybody else knows about it, clearly. I'm the one who's late to it. I'm so out of the ring. And I love Kanye. I love Kanye, but I discovered 3 songs that, to me, felt like cries for help. Well, maybe one song was like, just really just trying to make a funny song. But 3 songs that it felt like they were a cry for help to me. Actually, I couldn't find them. These are banned songs. As a Kanye West fan, I didn't even know this nigga had banned songs, and these banned songs are highly controversial. I'm just going to skim over it because y'all already know what I'm talking about. Let's go to the one that, like, is essential. To me, it feels like a banger. It's called HH. HH, these songs are banned and they're hard to fucking find. But apparently HH stands for Hail Hitler. Nobody told me this. This song is actually kind of a banger. It's kind of a banger. I would never play the song in the whip. I would never play the song, like, really. I've only listened to it twice. I'm not going to lie. I listened to it once, and then I had to play it again to make sure I was listening to it twice. Okay, and then if you really want to count, technically I listened to it while I was looking up the reactions of other people listening to it on YouTube. That song is crazy. It stands for Hail Hitler. I don't know. The beat kind of goes crazy, but it was like wow, Kanye did this. So should I really be surprised? But I was even surprised for Kanye. Yeah, as I was even surprised for Kanye. Now, I couldn't find WW3, which is apparently a really controversial song. It got banned. It got banned. I can't find it anywhere. I can't find any version of it anywhere. I didn't hear about it. So that's how bad that song was. WW3, which I guess stands for World War III. It feels like this nigga just like was like, I need to get some shit off my chest, and I don't care how anyone feels about it, but I'm gonna make it into art. If anything, I didn't feel less of a fan for Kanye. I didn't feel like more of a fan for Kanye after hearing about these songs. It's probably the first time after I heard this third song. This third song is called Cousins. After I heard that song, I felt more like sending a deep prayer and a hug to Kanye, because I feel like this man has been just needing to cry out for help all of his fucking life. I know. This is the woman brain in me that's really feeling sympathy for the man. Okay? This song is basically about what everybody has experienced. Oh my God. I'm talking about this right now, and I'm already feeling it crawl up into my heart right now, because it's real shit. I don't want to talk about it too long. I don't want to linger on this for too long. But he made a song. He made a fucking... If it weren't for the content and the lyrics, it would be a banger. Like, if it was just the instrumental kind of goes crazy. If he was singing about any fucking thing else, not even anything else, because when I say that, Kanye can always do anything fucking else. Let's just say if he brought it like 4 octaves lighter, if he brought it up a little bit to any other content that's more positive, it would actually probably be a banger. But the song is about... bitch, the name of the song is called Cousins. Do I have to say it? Do I really have to say it? I'm not even trying to make him feel bad about it, because I really feel like it's a cry for help. Basically, just get it out. He talked about how him and his cousin were experimenting when they were kids, looking through a adult magazine, and he gave his cousin head. He sucked his cousin's dick. And apparently this guy made a whole tweet about it that I forgot. I'm not on Twitter. I'm an adult, but apparently he's confessing this now as an adult, because it's been tearing him apart. It's been wearing on his fucking conscience. He was told to take it to his grave, and he needed to get it out. That was my initial reaction, is like, someone pray for this man. I've never been a Kanye hater. Never been a Kanye hater, and I'm not going to tell people to not hate on Kanye for whatever reason, but it's kind of like, come on, where's your humanness? He is a human being, and he's talking about something that we've all experienced. Everybody has a story about their cousins that they kissed, and if you don't, then consider yourself privileged. Is this too much for the fucking radio? Is this too hot for the radio? Blessings and peace and love out to Kanye. Let's get into this fall off weekly review. Speaking of too hot for the radio, we're gonna go from June 15th through that's this week. We're gonna do last week, because that's the week we're in now. So last week was June 8th to June 14th. I don't even mean to glaze over that topic like that. Like, really, like, my heart goes out to any victim of abuse like that. Like, especially as a child. I don't know if he was a victim or an aggressor, but either fucking way, it's a situation that, like, it's just far too common in our American, like, history, culture. That Me Too thing really should have opened up more than it did, but I'm glad that it did. I'm glad that it opened up what it did. Okay, so I pray for Kanye, and I pray for any other victim. But let's get into my listening stats for the week. June 8th to June 14th. My top artists for the week is pretty much the same as last week. We got J. Cole at number 1, Drake at number 2, Dreamville at number 3, Future at number 4, and Boss at number 5. And those, they're on the Fall Off album. All I listen to is the Fall Off and J. Cole. And I have this playlist that is just J. Cole and Drake songs, but it's like 14 hours long, and 12 hours of that is J. Cole. Actually, they recommended some songs that I discovered this weekend. Apparently, J. Cole and Drake have made a lot of songs. They made quite a few songs together. And don't you guys miss those days? I'd be looking at videos on YouTube of just like a young Drake or a young J. Cole, hell, even a young Kendrick Lamar, back before all this fame and the shit like started snowballing, but like they were cool. They made great music together. Don't you guys remember that? We just wanted, he was right, J. Cole was right. We just wanted the blood. We just wanted, and I didn't even know about it. I had no idea about the feud until all after the fact. That's how removed I am from it. I'm blessed and I'm grateful, but damn, I did miss like a little part of hip hop history. Just a little bit. Now I'm catching up now. My top songs between June 8th and June 14th, and then I'm gonna get out of here. We got number 1, 57 plays, Bombs in the Ville / Hit the Gas from the Fall Off. All the songs this week are from the Fall Off except for one song. Number 1 song played this week was Bombs in the Ville, per usual, 57 plays. Then we have the Let Out at number 2 with 12 plays. Love that song. There's not really a day that goes by where I don't listen to Safety, Bombs in the Ville, the Let Out. I have to every day. Number 3 actually is moving up. Number 3 is Whisper My Name by Drake from Iceman, you guys, with 12 plays. Actually, technically, it's tied with the Let Out. If I would have played Whisper My Name one more time this week, it would have been the second most played song this week. But it's at number 3. It moved up from number 4 last week. It's at 12 plays this week. It's a certified banger. Certified lover boy, certified banger. Number 4 was Bunts Road Blues from the Fall Off with 11 plays. And number 5 was What If from the Fall Off with 11 plays. Technically, they're tied as well. So, really, I only have like a top 4 this week. But, yeah, that's it. Thank you all for listening. Apologize for the sound quality. This time next week, I will be having a better grip on things as far as that goes. But I'll see you guys next week.